Show, which has a name called Dreaded Headspin, has officially begun. So,
Dreaded Headspin.
There you go. Thank you for coming. Most of you in this room know me anyway, but for those people over there. My name is Jason. I'm originally from Texas, then Germany, then Cork, Ireland. And here's where I reside. So, there you go. I'm going to do some poems for everyone in the room. They're kind of boisterous, so we'll see how we get on. This piece is called Diamond Shine. Most are, for the most part, complacent. Look at their eyes, so vacant. They won't understand how to generate a genesis. They'll just want to stand somehow, art adjacent, seeing what leaks from the hands and heart of Jason. Because my name is Jason J. Fisher. All I want is to write with such insight the words are considered scripture. Go out at night chasing the light to free stars which flicker in a picture. Because I was stressing, then guessing, now assessing that the absolute best thing is when it's all coalescing into the next thing, the correct thing. But back then, my thoughts were often scattered, lost within lots of plots but without chapters, carefully considering how it all stops and are there hereafters. Because right now, we're here, but what about after? And I find, if you find the time to mind your mind, then mind your mind. You'll find you can redesign your mind, refine your mind. Then compressed carbon hardens, realigns into 100% pure, unadulterated, crystalline diamond shine. Thank you. I do have to do a humble brag that involves Stan over there, so sorry to drag you into this, man. But
habit now, man.
But I've been here 8 years, and it took me a very long time. Like, I was always an observer of the Irish music scene, and I was a little timid and shy. And the last 6 months, I really went for it and organized shows in town and all that. And there were 2 things that happened last week that I just had to reflect on. So me and Stan are meeting to plan a show. He comes to my house. You know how artists are. We're all scatterbrained. So we chat. He leaves the gaff, left his car keys and his coat. I said, oh, okay. Hey, Stan, come back. I gave him the car keys, but I forgot to tell him to take his coat, so he didn't, right? So I sit on my couch, and there's Stan's coat on my chair. And a couple weeks before, I had written the President of Ireland a letter. And I said, you got to have my poem, right, President of Ireland? And then he wrote me a letter back. So this is kind of a humble brag. Sorry, Stan. So this is a letter from the President of the country in which I reside, who has also had eyes on my poem. And you can read it because it's in a plastic sleeve. But he says, beautiful, and Jason, you're a mate. No, I'm just kidding. But the point is that, like, I was sitting on my couch, and this was on my wall, from the President of Ireland. And then a very well-known poet in this country left his coat in my gaff. And I said, you know what? I think I've arrived. You know? I think I've arrived. So, the poem that I sent him is called Curious with Questions. And it has a presidential seal of approval. So, bloody hell, this better be good, right? So, I like to do this during shows. I have many copies. And if you'd like to read along as I do it, you can raise your hands, kids. You know, okay. Don't hold back. There you go. There you go. So yeah, and I'll hand them out like school, you know.
That's great.
And oh yeah,
No man, I have one at home, but
yeah, you've got a signed copy, you know.
No, my God.
Stan, you know this one anyway, so it's fine.
I'm just posting about the presidential seal of approval. Anyway.
Very good. That's the only way j.j.f operates. This is presidential seals. You know? Anyway, so. And I do this too. I'm from North America, and so I'm always curious. Would you know what Excedrin is?
Nah, not over here.
Yeah.
No.
So obviously, like,
Brand.
when I say Excedrin, just think paracetamol, right? That's easy enough. All right.
It is.
This piece is called Curious with Questions. I started off in this world feeling completely lost, trying so hard to chart all the swirling, fleeting thoughts. Then all at once, a small idea occurred to me, arriving right as it was supposed to, unhurriedly. If I am curious with open eyes and questions, life always supplies me with lessons. I will come to find through time that I can confess them to comprehend them, intend to defend them, rend and upend them, bend and amend them, but be sure to accept them, nurture and nest them so as to further invest them into all of my brethren. And I'm still stocking up on the strongest available over-the-counter Excedrin. Just think paracetamol.
Yeah.
Hoping to counter the constantly available dreaded head spin. Well, bloody hell, I certainly fell then, failing to avail of the rushed momentum found at a tailwind's tail end. But much smoother sailing now as I face the headwinds with grace found from within every trusted best friend. Dropping off raw prose into the crevices of my engine, and then it all goes from fatally stagnant to ascension. That feeling was primal, essential to my survival. I was in denial, so idle while awaiting the arrival of my own revival, threading the needle and pushing the dial, I'll remake myself, adamantly, knowing we're here for such a little while.
Hey, what?
Hey! So that is the piece that the president has written. I'm going to say that for about another week, and then I'll leave that off. But
That needs a little bit of music.
Needs music, yeah.
anyway,
It's
so
great.
it's
Fantastic.
it was a nice thing that happened. So there you go.
It's a rare thing that happens.
Mm.
Oh, it's lovely to
I have one at home. It's
Yeah,
see.
you've got it memorized by now. So it's fine. There are little ones here, so let's think what we can do.
Yeah.
I have a poem that for you is called Koala Poo. For the adults in the room, it's called Koala something else. You know what I mean? So, Koala Poo. Just think that. This piece is called Koala Poo. Just for you. Yo, this flow is like lava pits. I'll show you so you can acknowledge this. I will never call it quits, for I am forever the wanderer above the sea of fog and mist. Trust I just spit rough stuff, then polish it, until I can bum rush any beat and demolish it. But my woefully broken brain needs a dream team of at least 16 psychologists. And all I want is a simple life, bursting at the seams with absolutely all of it. Traveling right between having an alcoholic, non-alcoholic fit. Get off the flight to Australia and step in koala Now I wish there were no need for borders or politics, and forget fear. You said you abolished it. But at the time of this writing, I'm still deciding whether to face my demons fighting or go back into hiding. Keeping in mind my deadline is my lifetime. I'm fine. I will hold an imaginary mic in my hand for my whole lifespan until I'm an old wise man digging my toes in white sand.
Woo!
This is an interesting one because some of my stuff's pretty dark, so I haven't really. It's kind of like so when it's a small audience like this, it's like real powerful, intimate stuff. So I'll do one that is kind of dark, but hopefully you enjoy it. It's called "Decided I'm Staying." Now this is fantastic. Did you know I can take that pain and stack it, attack it, Shake the foundations until they melt and make a real racket. Crack it. Break it up. Send it spinning in spheres, furious across felt. Then re-rack it. Unmask it. Brace it against the wall by the throat. Hear it gasp. Ask it, your message has been felt. Can you not try a tactic which is tacit? But there's ever only two choices. Reenact it or redact it. That's it. No need for dramatics. I can stretch it, examining every facet. Then eject it, casting it off when it happens not to be an exact fit. Suddenly, all the clicking, hissing, steaming thoughts are streaming. And it seems I'm gleaning meaning from the present moment and everyone proceeding and everyone preceding. If you don't fix yourself, you'll damage those who are never the cause of your bleeding. So I fold it up inside, this golden insight, cradle it next to my heart, and mold it with time until I feel it in the day and I know it at night. But how much is filled with false flags and dichotomies? Probably all of me. Look, life completely kicked me in the teeth so solidly, but I found a new shtick and checked its heft and quality, letting that ego death swallow me. I'm happy to be alive, you know what I'm saying? I've been dissecting my days, dividing my time between striving and strain. And I have decided I am staying. Decided I'm staying. Decided I'm facing whatever makes or breaks him. Is there any escape from the trauma I've been caked in? Or is it seared in, baked in? I don't know. But until then, it's only impenetrable armor draped over freckled snakeskin. Because I have decided I am Jason.
Yeah.
Let's try something. Let's lighten the mood a little. I have an old rap song from a long time ago, and because I'm so egotistical, and you remember this from years ago, there's a section in it where I say, "Be impressed by the superhero crest etched on my chest because it reads
j.j.f.
j.j.f. j.j.f."
Okay.
So, once I get this beat sorted on my phone, it'd be real cool if y'all would help me say j.j.f. j.j.f. Huh?
Is that a microphone?
No, it's a speaker. Not quite. Let's see what we got going on here. So, let the ads play on YouTube first. I haven't paid for that premium subscription yet, so I'm an artist. I don't have money for YouTube Plus or whatever it is. I'm an artist. I don't have money for that. So let's see how we get on here. Mic check, right, left, RPM, do it from the AM to the PM, and Jason just beat. I'm just warming up. Hold on. Can you hear me okay? Is that a good mix?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's hear that. It's fun here. Yo, my calluses are balanced by the ink on the sides. Somehow I made it through, I didn't think I survived. Now I take sides just so we don't need to collide. Give me this beat and I vibe. Now it's always hard to gauge why I stayed off every stage. I never touched the page. Half a decade spent like a wage slave. Now I saddle this rage as I rattle this cage. Be brave, don't cave, and save the world. Today's the day to say J's cape or furled. Or maybe I'll stay forever sequestered inside a horseshoe-shaped shoebox. Spitting through box like you need new ox. Why are you shocked? The song was spawned by DTR DNA. Started tapping life on the shoulder. Can I just drive a car? Now I finally found out why it's all DIY. So I shot at the sky and let my arrows fly. And I'm tired of waiting, patient, pacing and paper chasing. Now I'm making tunes underground in the basement. And the dusty foot philosopher still pounds the pavement. With all the trust she took, I never found a replacement. Speaking in tongues, air leaking from lungs. How elite he's become with each sweep of the sun. Plotting and scheming, no stopping the green of my mind's eye is gleaming. Let's all have a drink. Let's all have a drink. Cause I gathered every low-hanging fruit and fermented it. Shattered the empty wheel, but then reinvented it. Captured all the scattered disbelief and suspended it. Don't worry about my legacy, I just cemented it. I wonder if I do this for your or my benefit. Always been a miss, always been adrift. Off beat, off kilter, mask off, no filter, vagabond. You don't know the steps that Bassan slept upon. I can ride this wave to the next echelon. Now be impressed at the superhero crest etched on my chest because it reads j.j.f, j.j.f, and j.j.f, and j.j.f. The last one left, well the rest catch breath. And I'm still steering the shipwreck of F and F. Now life passes by me, I find it highly unlikely that I take my psyche and find those just like me. Now I don't understand it. Bloomed by your planet, consumed by semantics, damn it, bloom where you landed. Now I'm surviving, freestyling in Ireland. No man is an island, but damn it, I'm trying. Now I'm surviving, freestyling in Ireland. Dang it, I'm trying. Dang it, I'm trying. It really struck me that, like, one of my friends likes a lot of my stuff, and I have, like, skulls and all this, and I sent her a picture of me getting ready for the show, and she was like, it's so grim and dark. And then I forgot there was children here, so, like, sorry, it's all a lot of, like, sad stuff, but you, okay, sorry. Sorry about that.
It's alright.
Let's see here. So there's an ex-wife poem, we'll skip that one, that's a little intense. And there's one about, anyway. What I will do, I think, to finish up. Hey, do you want to do one, Stan?
No, well, go on. Do you want me to do one before you finish up, or?
Or whatever you prefer. I want you to get some video for Red Threads.
Yeah, okay. No, I'll just kill the live video here. So.
Oh, we'll keep going. I mean, I like live video of me.
I know, but I just think... No, well, I mean, sure they have it, but it just... I don't know if I'm doing the live video, then...
Okay. I can read Niall's poem if you want.
Say again?
I can read Niall's poem. Will you get ready?
No, I'm ready then. No.
He's born ready.
I
Well,
wouldn't go that far, like.
this is Stan, he's an excellent poet, a friend of mine.
My mother wouldn't agree with that. Like. Yeah.
He's too demure. He didn't give you his card, did he?
No,
Well, I'll give you his card.
My cards are in over.
Here you go. He's a very good poet. He's very shy. Sometimes. Anyway, what do you think, man?
Right. Probably know this, but I'll have this with me just in case anyway.
Don't forget to mention that we have a paid show called Red Threads.
Okay. So Jay's whispering in my ear that there's a show on next Friday night called Red Threads. It's upstairs in the Key Cork. It's ticketed. Check it out on Eventbrite. Thanks for that, Jay. I thought you were going to do all the promo stuff. Anyway, this is because it's culture night. I want you to start thinking about what you want to be when you grow up. And it's really important that you have some idea what you want to be when you grow up. Although having said that, don't grow up. Pardon my French, it's a feckin' trap. So this is called the most important letter I ever wrote. Dearest Mr. Wonka, I think that you're the best. You're brilliant, you're the greatest. You're the top of every test. I love the job you're doing, brewing chocolate for the kids. And what a way you do it. It's just brilliant. It's the biz. But if I'm truthful, Mr. Wonka, I love your helpers most of all. The guys who do the singing and are anything but tall. The Oompa Loompas, oh, they're magic, they're magnificent, I say. And I'd sacrifice my right arm to be one just for a day. See, that is why I'm writing, Mr. Wonka, to you know. I want to be a Loompa, and I need to know just how. I go about applying for the greatest job on earth, being an assistant to a genius on the perfect chocolate search. So, Mr. Willy Wonka, tell me what to do, and tell me really quickly. I'm desperate to work for you. Yours anxiously awaiting a very swift reply, standing not of Cork in Ireland. P.S. Please, give me a try.
You.
Don't grow up!
Well,
That's great.
thanks everyone for coming. I'm going to do some self-promotion and do a kind of dark poem. Sorry. And then, yeah. And we'll go on with the next one.
live video on it. I don't know, so I'm interested in just watching it while it's happening.
It's right in front of you, Stan.
I know, but I'm just curious about how it's translated.
Are you curious with questions?
Yay!
Anyway. I mean, most people in this room follow me anyway, but... Oh yeah, there's people. Okay, we'll do this. This is my card. I'm Words by j.j.f. Do you see that? That's my Instagram. You should follow me. I really like the fact that in Ireland, artists can be incredibly talented, but they're very demure. And I have several guitarist friends that are like that. And I love this story. Like Stan he was like that too. He still is probably.
Yeah, no past tense there, man.
But we were talking, and he was like, there was an open mic I went to, and I took 10 seconds at the end of my performance, and I said, well, I'm words by j.j.f. from Jason Fisher, you can follow me and everything. And Stan gave me the business. It was at an open mic, and he said, you're not afraid to tell him what you do, and haha, gave me the business. And then every artist after that, for the rest of the night, was like, well actually, my Instagram is and then it became like, Stan said, well, who has the most creative Instagram name? And it became a whole thing for the night. So I just love that, like, just take 10 seconds, tell them who you are, you know?
Plug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that vein, here's my card if you want one on the way out the door. But anyway, I'm going to do a dark poem about cigarettes and death and stuff.
Sticks.
Death stick.
I won't repeat it.
Okay.
Already.
So, got a skull, you know, like Hamlet and all that. Anyway, that's a little cheesy. But okay. This piece is called Death Sticks. I don't know about fortune or glory, but what's most important for me, memento mori, for my life can be a suspenseful story, or rather rife with events which bore me. And I know, I gotta let go of those death sticks, but this flow is still so deft and electric, and I guess I hope to live my life the best I can, while taking copious notes of the best bits, as I push cancerous thoughts from my mind further down the line, because I'm covered in soot and grime, hoping the tumor they find in 25 years' time is benign. People always ask, man, why are you so darn strident? You don't understand the devastation. It's because I laid in the stagnant pit of stagnation for 6 years and almost died inside it. Somehow, I survived it. And the jury is still out if that escape route was divinely or self-guided. And now that bright white light is arcing, sparking, invading the cracks, the crevices, the current residents of the humming dark things. Don't you hear the melody they're strumming upon each and every one of my heartstrings? And remember, I'm never just a dusty, dumb, done thing, but rather forever in the process of becoming someone, something. And I stay steadily sketching out a meticulous list of what to do while I'm alive, and I keep it fluid inside until the oh-so-solid conclusions arrive. I'll do my best to not let death ruin the vibe. I'll do my best to not let death ruin the night, and I keep my eyesight tied tight to the blue and the white. Death died, but I've tried to resurrect him just right. So we've continued to tussle and fight with renewed muscle and might. And he will win at the end of the night. But on this day, I get to say, I'm living my life fully and completely. For I fear we're here but once, and ever so briefly. And I get to begin again. And I get to begin to ascend again. And I get to begin to again. And I get to begin to live again. And I get to begin to live again. Whew. Thank you very much for coming out. I have a paid show. No, you've heard all that anyway. But yeah, thank you so much for having me here, and thank you for recording. Everyone came out, so thank you so much.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you.
Yeah.
You.
Thank you.
Enjoyed this.
Yeah, cool.